of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up with the Seattle Seahawks. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Okay, Ice. Let's see what you're coming out with.
Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it.
Now Wilson on first down. And a grab made by Doug Baldwin. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
On the ground, this is Rashad Penny. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
Well, we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
To throw is Wilson. Baldwin with it over the middle. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Move on your pillow. Go.
They keep it with Penny on first down.
Yes, baby.
The ball's out, fumble near midfield. And the Raiders pick it up. And they get the football.
Yeah.
Set up shop.
That square button ain't no joke, baby.
Often on fumbles, you look at a guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
That I learned hit stick with the square button. I ain't even know about that. Mike told me.
Making it free and creating something good for your team.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. A first carry now for Marshawn Lynch. And he takes it across midfield to the 45. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
No surprise watching Marshawn Lynch scatter bodies as he runs, but I remember doing games of his at Cal. And I remember the moves, the jump cuts, the elusiveness, as well as the strength.
Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. He'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And he's brought down. A Raider first down as Carr finds Cooper.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Carr gives to Lynch on the draw. Fighting through. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Throwing now is Carr. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this is caught inside the 5. A gain of 32 that time.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That's going to go as a loss of a full 8 yards. It sets them back for 2nd down. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Carr to throw on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that that could be a really, really frequent combination. Here is Lynch on 3rd and goal. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Now I would be surprised if they go for it. 3 points is not ideal. It's not what they want, but it's still only the first half. Take the 3 points and move on.
The kick by Gainwell is good. And the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope. But good things are in store here today for them.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all to put it back.
Okay.
Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Wilson. He's going to air one out. He's got a man complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A gain of 39 that time. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 36. Penny, a 1st down carry. And he'll be taken down at the 34. P.J. Hall there to make the tackle.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And Dixon over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up.
One of the surprises of the first round, the Seattle Seahawks selecting running back Rashad Penny out of San Diego State. Highly regarded, but most people thought he would go in the 2nd round.
But he did have an incredible senior year at San Diego State. Over 2,200 yards, 23 touchdowns.
He resembles Marshawn Lynch in build, but has the ability to take it the distance as well. Had 7 kick returns during his career at San Diego State for touchdowns.
Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
They come up in an offset eye. They'll run it with Hill. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain on the play that time. So a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. On now, Sebastian Janikowski against his former team. He's the all-time leading scorer in Raider history. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. And Janikowski bangs it through, and that will tie us at 3-3. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense to make sure that that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right.
Mike, you still in the game with season?
Punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points.
I was wondering if he was going to.
You take points when you can get them.
Got my
Not
text.
easily done.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Now, Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Carr gives to Richard. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you've got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage. And that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
Ready to go now in the 2nd quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football. They've got a 3rd down and a yard to start things out.
Yeah, I'm here.
Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. Back deep, the dangerous Tyler Lockett. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
I don't know about that.
Super tall.
And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. They set up the screen to Penny. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. He's got a man open. That's Marshall. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. He hits Baldwin right side. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
Now it's Wilson. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one goes for 24 yards.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
Wilson going to lead his guys up 1st and 10, and he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Over the middle, and it's caught. Brandon Marshall. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Second and 10. It's Wilson again. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. To throw again is Wilson. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And Janikowski bangs it through. And they will take the lead here in this battle.
I like that shit, Janikowski kicking field goals on me.
Plays
I
on
like
that
that
drive
shit.
that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here,
Like
right,
that shit
partner?
at all.
Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle. Right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean?
Fucking Raider right there. You playing against us?
I'm not sure about that part. I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
On 1st down, Carr. Forced out, and he can't get
Oh,
rid of it.
damn.
He's
I
taken
didn't
down.
see him. I didn't see him. My bad.
In there to make the sack.
Whew,
He
my
buries
bad,
him for
my
a loss
bad.
of 10. Carr to throw after the play fake to Lynch. They'll roll him out right. Looks for Nelson, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. Well, that interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
A handoff to Penning, and he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Again, it's Penning. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Third and 2, now Wilson. And he's got Lockett. And he has the first first down before he's tackled at the 5. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back here right after this. They come out here in the eye. They'll try to pound it in with Taylor. And he will not be denied. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks.
Bullshit right there.
His second touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead.
You saw that shit?
Janikowski good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out to kick is Janikowski. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive? Or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down. First down, the run with Lynch. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you've got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throwing his car on third down. Going for the deep ball. Incomplete. Both players were there offensively and defensively, but it falls incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw is probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now, whistles and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On second down, Wilson dumps that off to Penny as running back. And he'll get this up to the 4 right about there, and that's about it. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. And he'll go down in the end zone. Down goes Wilson. It's a safety. So they go with the empty set, and that's the risk you run right there. Nobody was there to protect.
Well, you know how most offenses have audibles, and they've changed plays when they see certain sets. A lot of defenses do the exact same thing. You go to an empty back set, they bring pressure, and boy, did it pay off in this case.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Throwing on first down is Carr. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Jarran Reed with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. On second down, here's Carr. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, as they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
Now this time, Carl throw. Into heavy traffic.
Right to.
God damn. Near the 29. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, here's Penny. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
You and 2 players playing tonight, Mike?
From the gun, it's Wilson. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. And Janikowski bangs it through. And that will bump the lead up to 11. So that one is his 3rd of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, but with 6? Let's hope we don't get bad at getting the lead. Can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. And now Oakland ready to take the field. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Oh, he West Coast? Oh, shit. I didn't know that.
They'll try to get something going with Marshawn Lynch. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage will be found.
Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. He'll check this down to Lynch, complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Call it a pickup of 7, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Completes it right side to Cooper. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Carr gives to Marshawn. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Man, and we're into the second half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points, and that was another example of why. I think it's time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball.
Carr to throw on 2nd down. He sets to fire deep, and that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Martavis Bryant, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders are back within a score. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts. All right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Pinheiro now to kick this one away.
I think they just hold me on 2-point conversion.
Fielded about a yard deep.
Oh, you got to be kidding me, man.
He's into the clear. The 30, 10, and he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Rashad Penny with his first career NFL touchdown.
Got to be kidding me. I just let him run one back. God damn. 23-11. Fuck!
Janikowski adds the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So let's try this again. After the kick return, TD, here's yet another kickoff. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over.
I'll be damn. Fuck!
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Carr now on 1st down. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. Lynch running the counter. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe you change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 11. Now Carr going deep here for Bryant. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And a big turnover.
Okay, I see Ice don't
His guys
respect.
will get the football back.
Okay, let me note to self. You goddamn change your possession, but you want to be fast on the goddamn pause. Okay, I got you. I'm always gonna hit the motherfucker button when he go in.
They begin the drive with Hill. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
For real, bro? You can't hold on?
Hey, tempo.
On second down, Hill. And he's going to be taken down here at about the 10. Mario Edwards Jr. there to bring him down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The Seahawks on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Play action. Now Wilson. Over the middle, complete. It's Marshall. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. Wilson now 13 out of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a first down. Now Wilson on first down. Leaves it for Petty. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll bring up a second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And Dixon has it. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Come on, tempo.
They'll try and run for it with Penny. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Welcome back now here in London. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the fourth and final quarter.
Let's go.
Right back to him on first down. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Sometime in this fourth quarter, someone on defense is going to have to step up and force a turnover.
On second down, here's Wilson. This complete to Lockett. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Wilson to Lockett there for the Seahawk first down. What a difference a week makes. 5 interceptions in their last game. Here we are, fourth quarter. He's played mistake-free football.
And I'm sure that we can look back on the past week and say, okay, he spent time in the film room and it worked on his mechanics. Sometimes it's just your team believing in you, your coaching staff believing in you, and you relax and play to your potential. And he's doing that in this game.
Tempo.
They'll run it again with Penny. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3-and-out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Here's a give to Penny. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with third and about 6 yards to go.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Right.
Third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 6. Play action. It's Wilson. He's got a man open. That's Marshall. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. Now Stewart. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block would be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
14.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Over the middle, and it's caught. Brandon Marshall. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 11 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on 3rd down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
To throw is Wilson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 25. He's at the 40. Past the 20, 10, and the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
All right, we need to stop right here, fellas. Need to stop right here. Need to stop right here.
So they
Down
throw the
5.
pick 6. They'll get
Stop.
another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Seahawks. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Now Wilson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
This to turn into a
ball
game, fellas.
Right, it's just not completely calculated correctly.
18-23. I just picked it off again. First pick was a pick 6. Now I just picked it off again.
But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just started in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Williams. First target, first catch, and a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On first and goal, Washington. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Now a play fake. Carr. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. The best name in the NFL, Barkevious Mingo. And that's going to bring up an interesting third and goal. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a third and long. Shotgun now for Carr. And Nelson's got it here right side. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal. Now Carr, got to have this one. And no, it's incomplete.
How the fuck did he not hold that?
Fourth down pass attempt, and the Seahawks are going to take over the football. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game.
So
this one not fully
let's
over
see if
yet.
he throw another pick. I don't think he's going to put it in the air.
They're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score. But they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
How he hold on to that ball?
Pick up there across the 15 to the 16.
I thought I was snatching that out. Come on, fellas. We need him to throw one more. Throw one more, Ice. Come on, don't be scared. Don't be scared. Throw one more. Don't be keeping it on the ground. Throw one more.
The Seahawks on third down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 7. Now Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Marshall. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team.
I ain't going for it, Ice.
They'll head to the sideline.
I ain't going for it. I know that shit's a fake.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. He's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Back to throw. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he gets this one just shy of the 40.
Yeah, because he pissing me off.
39. The result, a first down, as the quick slant gets him 14. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, Cooper with it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Same result as last play, 14 yards and another first down. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls in.
This motherfucker got his hand in there to knock it away.
He was disrupting defensively. A really nice knockdown.
You see that bullshit.
Situations on defensive backs. What are they taught?
Play the ball, not the man. Because if you have a pass interference penalty in this spot, boy, oh boy, you put your team in a bad place.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Frank Clark in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
And down by 5, they've got to go for it here on 4th down. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that
why does he do shit like
if
that?
If they get into a third situation, the head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one?
To me, that's a fucking taunt when you do that. What he did. Punted the shit. That was him. Yeah, that's a taunt. I take that as a taunt. That's what the fuck that was, man. Okay, we're gonna remember that shit, Ice. We're gonna remember that shit. Mm-hmm. He's like, that shit good. Mm-hmm. Right. Let me see if I can get a dub against CZ then. Damn. I fucked that one up. Okay, fellas, put that one out our head. Let's move on to CZ. I'm really just running for money.
money. I'm love flow, Joe chasing the check. I'm really gonna run up the money. I'm Carlos, really running the best. Car moving through these Ubers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Car moving through these Ubers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Bigger the bag, bigger the beef, bigger the problem, bigger the be one of them all in the same. Broke at the end of the month, flow, Joe, kill, mo, run it up, keep clean. Never let them touch, fits like temper tantrums. Girl, come back that up, all in the club, and bring all your girlfriends. Girl hopping up about a Pearl 6 Louis speed bag glued to her wrist. She was getting paid, she ain't think a thing, but she was thinking slay. We blade thicker than a snigger bag. Talking about shit don't come with no baggage. Y'all in her bag, I probably should. I'm really just running for money. Love flow, Joe chasing the check. I'm really gonna run up the money. I'm Carlos, really running the best. Car moving through these Ubers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Car moving through these Ubers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. I'm really just running for money. I'm love flow, Joe chasing the check. I'm really gonna run up the money. I'm Carlos, really running the best. Car moving through these Ubers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Car moving through these Ubers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed.
But that motherfucker don't play like that in real life.
That one goes for 24 yards.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can
You gotta play CZ again, Mike?
and gain that additional yardage.
Using that speed there to turn into a pretty nice.
Yeah.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete.
Oh, okay. Well, we both playing on an L.
No reason to doubt, it's clear to see. All eyes on me for 100 degrees. Who am I? Ruthless, easy does it. In public, hated to love it. The underdog will look swabs. It was written in my diary to start a war. I'm feeling infamous, immortal with my technique. A revolutionary shining with diamond teeth. Young Don Cartagena, excuse my demeanor.
No, I'm starting to. Because I texted him, I was like, I'm in the fourth. Then when I finish, okay. Right. Okay, I was just letting you know we in the lobby. All right. Man, I hope when these motherfuckers move to Vegas, we get some different, more than 2 uniforms and shit to choose from. Motherfuckers need to get with the times. Alright. Well, maybe these 2 leagues will be a 24-hour turnaround. That's the only thing about knocking them out on advance night. Yeah. Right. See, I'm waiting on chapter and I'm waiting on throwback. Then I'll be in 4. I should be good then. I might fuck around and be one at least one every day. Mm-hmm. Right.
Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the
Okay,
NFL
fellas.
brings us to Oakland, California. The pregame festivities here in Oakland have to be seen to be believed.
Put
This
that L
crowd in
out our
silver and
mind.
black, they are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Indianapolis Colts. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And it's a short kick, taken right around the 19.
All right, we coming out first play. First play bombs away.
They go play action here on first down. And his first pass is incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target. And now it's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early
Okay,
downs
now
like that
how
first
do
down
you,
there, need to be a little
you know,
bit more
when you
careful.
had the
Yeah,
receivers and only one of them had the one red,
Now Carr,
how do you
after the
change that to
incomplete
another
pass, brings
receiver?
him up second and 10.
Like the primary receiver.
Carr again here on second and 10. He completes it to Jordan Nelson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First down Raiders, the former Packer Jordy Nelson on the receiving end from Carr. On the ground, this is Jalen Richard. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, he rifles one that's intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Now, they told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early.
Having an injury.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Damn.
After the interception, it's long. It's caught right side by Daniels. Takes this to the 45. Not much space after that broken tackle. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. On second down, here's Locke. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third.
Yeah.
A shotgun snap for Luck. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away.
I don't know how I ain't get that.
Down decision.
Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on fourth down to punt this thing. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 15. Here's a give to Richard, and he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Yeah, I think the blitz there really disrupted the draw.
Yeah, and it's usually when you catch them in a blitz, the draw works pretty well. If you're the offensive coordinator right now, that's visor throwing time, isn't it? Because that's supposed to work in a big way.
Carr to throw on 2nd down. And that is incomplete.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the
I thought
field.
he was
and
coming
really,
down
they didn't
with
give it as
that
much time
one.
to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free.
Because I started to lead them, but I'm like, nah, I don't
And
need
the
to.
incomplete pass on 2nd
Guess I'll
down. Now
listen.
they need a big play here, 3rd and 10.
Yeah.
White. Get set. 180.
Okay.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Trying to lay one up deep. And that one incomplete. Had some position, but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
Yeah.
Going with a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. The last couple of drives have ended in punts. Maybe
Khalil, I need you to get up in there, baby.
You're okay with a couple of punt drives.
Listen, I'm the guy that loves a 0-0 pitch game. All right, in baseball, I can handle that going into the 7th inning. I think the crowd, though, they want to see a little bit more excitement. Let's see if someone can break something free on offense and get going.
Offense at a premium the last 2 drives. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
They'll run with Mack. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
Come on, fellas. Let's get that hit stick.
Now Luck. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And he'll bring it back to the 9-yard line. He was looking for Daniels that time. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
They get it to him running left. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. To throw his Carr. That's complete right around the 8. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Now a handoff to Rashard. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
This drive started with 1st and goal. Now that it's 4th and goal, anything less than a touchdown would feel like a letdown to me.
Tavecchio puts this one through. And the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense, just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No
This
interception.
bullshit. I want a replay. I want a replay. I want a replay. Yeah, he drug his feet.
So that's just going to be an incompletion.
Man. Nah, that's fucked up.
Pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
I think that was Conley. Should have been Conley. Oh, that was Obi?
2nd and 10, Luck again. Steps away to his left. Now a hit, and Luck lost the football. It's out. And they'll be inside the red zone with a ball at the 16-yard line. Holding on to the football becoming a little bit of an issue. He had 2 fumbles last week, remember.
I played for a guy that used to talk all the time about creating turbulence in the pocket.
I think he's coming unglued now.
Make him antsy. Keep getting after him a little bit. And make sure he thinks about holding on to the ball because you're going after him.
Hey, Raider 2. Down. Lady.
The handoff running left for Rashard. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Pretty effective run there. Now they
anybody looking for a power back? Marshawn Lynch?
Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality and pound the rock.
OP.
Again, it's Rashard. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, after getting the ball in prime position to score after a fumble recovery, you think you're in a great spot. But the defense on the field is saying not so fast, and they've held firm on the first 2 plays.
They'll run with Lynch. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beat.
That's why, yeah, he got to get the fuck on.
Run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
Right.
Now they'll throw with Carr.
See, motherfucker.
That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
What'd you say you was looking for, Murray?
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the 3rd time they've looked in this direction. Unfortunately, having
this motherfucker keep playing like that, you might get your wish.
Shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're
right.
Man,
you ain't asked for no, Barry.
Opportunities ahead.
For real?
This is Richard. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line.
I don't remember that.
Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on 4th and goal. Looking at this situation, if you're at the 1, the 2, maybe you go for it. From here, you kick it.
I agree. I think you have
You
to
ain't
get
asking
points in
about
this
Amari.
situation. 4th down. I put the points on the board and go back and regroup.
Fellas, this should be 14-0. Come on now.
And he's converted on both.
I like
Leaving
the
points on
right
the
there.
board.
2
Fuck.
for 2. Got the points
Both
on the
times
board.
I was in the red
The
zone.
negative side is they didn't score touchdowns. And, of course, going
Inside
forward
the
in this
10?
game, that's going to be the aim. And hopefully he'll be kicking extra points instead.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though?
I think it was
when
Champ.
they only gave up the field goal, and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown.
Yeah.
They know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch it in the end zone without turning it over.
On 1st down, Love. He hits Beasley right side. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Colts in possession of the football to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd down and 8 to start things out. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. To throw on 2nd down is Locke. And some space here. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. A gain of 11 that time and a Colts 1st down. Now a carry from Mack. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Mm-hmm.
Here's Luck now on 2nd down. And Daniels has it over the middle. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. It'll go as a gain of 6.
Yeah.
And it moves the chains as well.
Gotcha. Because that motherfucker was just sitting there wide the fuck open.
From the 50, it's Locke. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's
Yeah, I like that square. Yeah.
It's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Okay, fellas, I think he's gonna go try and
4
go
yards
deep on
that
this one.
last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Play action. It's Locke. Rolling to his left. And some room to work. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Locke showing he can be dangerous when he tucks it and runs. He's able to pick up the 1st down.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Okay,
Yeah,
how the
so
fuck do
now
you
2 times
pull
this
the
has
spy
happened.
again?
Do
Is
you
it
adjust
X
something?
Yeah, I
and
think you do. I think you
flip
start
to
thinking about your
something?
rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
Thanks.
Here's Mack. And he's got some space here. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
I'm tired of
That's
him
good for
running
an
with fucking
Indianapolis
luck.
first down on a gain of 10.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run can go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Yeah, we tired of him running with luck.
Now a play fake here on first down. Rolling to his right. And that'll be incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to the air, Luck on second down. Dancing to his left. And
Nope,
this is gonna
out of
be
bounds.
Caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. He was looking for Jack Doyle that time. And it's 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home. And they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Luck. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he gets it.
That went right over your head,
inside the
Victor.
9. They're able to convert on 3rd down.
That
and
went
that
right
sets
over
up
your
a 1st
head.
and goal.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Again, Luck. And it's caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. As his guys are in for 6. And the Colts have tied things up. They can take the lead with the extra point. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and they take the lead here at 7-6.
Oh, you must be playing ATM.
Vinatieri out there to kick this one away.
Oh, so you play ATM in champs.
This will be taken about the 12. And he spins through. And good starting field
Couldn't
position.
they just
He'll get this one all
advance?
the way up to about the 35-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. They've probably
Oh,
got
'cause
some
it just
adjustments to make,
flashed
'cause
that
they
that's
move
who
the
you,
football okay
play.
at times, but they haven't been able to get anything consistently going, have they?
What you worry about is it almost turns into a basketball game where one team's coming down and hitting threes.
Yeah, man champ.
And you're coming back and getting twos, and you steadily lose ground.
Man champ just
In this
advanced
situation, talking
tonight.
about touchdowns to field goals, they want to put in the end zone and put those 6s on the board.
Yeah, they've been settling. That's why they're down on the scoreboard right now. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Luck and the
like,
Colts
huh?
come up
He's
now
like, that's what I
first and
played.
10
I'm like,
at their own 22.
Check out. 390.
Now a first down throw. Locke. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. A minute 58 to go in this first half of play. We'll come back to Oakland after this. So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
12. 59.
On second and 10, Locke. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll bring up a third down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a Turkey Bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Third and 2, Luck. Room here to run.
I'm about sick of this motherfucking Luck.
Maybe
God
not
damn,
exactly
I'm
what
sick
they
of this
had in mind,
motherfucker.
but that scramble good for 6 and a first down. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Let her roll. Monday. 590. Check 4.
On first and 10, Locke. This is caught. It's Ryan Bland. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain of 11 that time and a Colts first down. Luck now just 8 of 16 thus far, 50%, but it's first and 10.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Done. 11Z.
On first down, it's Luck. Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
On the left side, he finds Beasley. 8 yards on the
tear that
completion, but
motherfucking
now they
head
face
off.
third down. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this third down play takes place. As they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Is that in the... Okay, there it is.
The Colts on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
5, 622. 12.
Now a play fake, and it's Luck. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
No,
It is
T.Y.
tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Amari.
Express. White.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And his guys have got it back at the
Was it 3
closing
defenders
stages
back
of the
there? I
first
tried to
half.
force it in.
Cooper was the target there.
Right. Right.
After the interception, it's Love being chased out left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. Trying to get that one to his running back, Marlon Mack. And that'll bring up second down.
The hell your ass been?
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And that'll set them back 5. And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15.
Yeah.
The final shot before the break. Luck. It's incomplete. Took a shot.
Okay, fellas.
So we come to halftime here with the visiting Colts taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Hurry! 53. We're wrong.
On second down, here's Love. Sliding out of the pocket. Quick hitter here, it's complete. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
The Colts on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Here's Lott. Going for Hilton, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
All right, Brandon. Normally when you hear about guys making 2 interceptions in the game, you're thinking must be a free safety, maybe a corner. How about getting 2 picks out of one of your linebackers? Again, he's just in the right place at the right time. And that's another great play to come away with the football.
Richard. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
Oh, wait a minute, no. Ice
now they struggled to
beat
get him
about
rolling
fucking
on the ground
5,
in the first
and I
half,
gave
and
up a run back.
In the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
No, it ain't L2. They wouldn't let me switch it, Mike.
On play action, now Carr. And Cook has it left side. And he carries this one all the way down to the 9. A very solid gain of 27.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there that sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. They'll give it to him up the middle. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. This one caught left side by Cooper. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
What?
On the ground, Rashard. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. And this has no chance. It's no good. Well, wide to the left, and this score will stay right where it is.
God damn it.
Well, close
You
game,
know what the fuck happened?
half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of the best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
I wasn't paying attention. You know how you be hitting the ball, the X to speed up the snap? God damn it. Then they snapped this. Fuck!
Starting the drive with a give to Mack. Always got some breathing room. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard
I fucked that up,
line.
fellas. God
14-yard
damn
gain
it.
for Indianapolis and also move the sticks.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities, and we just saw it there.
I mean, I didn't realize I had snapped it.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect
I
that
fucking
high
looked
value
up.
that
I'm
you
like,
have
why is
back
the
under
meter
center,
moving?
but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
Luck on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit.
Next time you better jump that shit.
Incomplete.
We've seen good
Okay, that was that last play where he was wide open, Mike.
Teams, and there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Had somebody on him on that one.
Incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Yeah.
2nd and 10, Luck again. Escaping the pressure right. Then he finds Beasley, complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Off of play action, Luck. He may try and run for this. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
And now here come the Raiders. And I hate to point to that missed field goal from their last drive, but you look at the scoreboard, they would be in the lead if they had that 3.
Well, no doubt those points or those missed points do loom large, but here they're getting a chance for a makeup, aren't they? Almost like my time in school where I was always begging my teachers for a makeup exam. Here's their opportunity now to put those points on the board.
And every point becoming more vital here in the 2nd half. And he's able to get up here to the 26. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. Carr going to try and throw on third down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back.
Motherfucker, if you drop that shit.
To the 34, good enough for the first. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. They go play action here on first down. Lets it go for Nelson. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Carr will try it again on 2nd down. He's going to fire one deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. Give him 30 yards there. And they'll run it here. And an alley to run. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
That type of shit pisses me off.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. They fake the handoff. Now Carr.
I threw that.
Taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. Back now in the East Bay. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play.
Fucked up on that fucking field goal.
After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Carr to throw on 2nd down. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line.
No,
Big
Mark
play
ain't going
there.
nowhere,
Carter
Mike.
Cooper, 52 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal. They'll run for it with Lynch. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Marshawn Lynch, his first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Pass incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. A run by Mack to start the drive. And so a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. It was Maurice Hurst who got him down. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, but guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the fourth. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Throwing on third down, Luck. And he's got his man, Hilton. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy that has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Forced out to his left. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
I don't know. What kind of
We
shit
have not
was
seen
that?
a
Was
whole
that
lot
a...
of wide open receivers. Everything
Talk that
seemingly
shit,
has been
boy.
contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they held him in check on the scoreboard. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
What a catch and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get a
they?
little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to the air. Luck on 2nd down. Steps away to his left. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Out of the gun, Luck. And Beasley with it over the middle. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Desperation time for Luck on 4th down.
Thank you, baby. Way to step up on that motherfucker.
Sack. Take Carradine in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 26. They start the drive with Lynch. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Amari, I'm looking for you, baby. Time to earn your keep.
Carr to throw after the play fake to Lynch. He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there. Carr to Cooper. And another timeout taken by the Colts.
Time to earn your
That's going to be their
motherfucking
second.
keep.
They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Handoff comes to Lynch. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things.
I don't know why he used all his times out that fucking quick.
Get set, get set.
On 2nd down, Lynch. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
Go, go. Get set, get set.
On 3rd down, they go Lynch. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They'll get 6 on the play, and it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. A 33-yarder from the left hash. The kick by Tavecchio is good. And that now makes this a 15-7 game. Now from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt.
The 3 points I missed might come back to haunt me.
Right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet. Okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And the Colts coming out now. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. In fact, if anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
He'll look to throw. On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. 16
Man, Hilton
yards
is
to
not
pick up
all
there.
that.
The Colts have a 1st down. And he did exactly what they needed him to do, Charles. Got out of bounds. They have no timeouts.
Did you just
And
see
they
that
knew
shit?
before the play even began? Still executed it. How many times have we seen it happen where you know it?
That
but a guy's still
motherfucker
looking
is
for
not
a
all
timeout or
that.
trying to stay in bounds. He got it done.
He's back to throw. Dancing to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Now the Colts moving quickly here in the hurry-up offense. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll stop him right on the midfield stripe. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. Now Luck says, let's get going as he'll hustle him to the line. Back to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Doyle. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Now a desperation throw. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And
How did
he
I
gets
miss
it
that,
all the
Mike?
way down
How the
inside
fuck
the
did I
10
miss
to the
that?
5-yard line. They give him a gain of 38.
Yeah.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. It's a loss of a yard there, and now
I think I was on the triangle too much.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
How come old boy didn't jump that shit?
Time on the completion, and now it's third and goal. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. They'll run for it with Martin, and he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and what to do now on fourth and goal. Back to throw. And this is going to be caught on the final play.
Kidding me, man.
How about that?
That fucking spacing shit. God damn it.
Now will send us to overtime.
Oh, there's no doubt that this crowd has absolutely been rocked by what they just saw, but guess what? There's still 2-point conversion to deal with. Still a little drama left.
No time on the clock. Are we going to overtime, or does it end right here? And before they can get the play off, here's a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball. That's their first of this second half. Listen to this crowd now. Their guys need a stop on this 2-point conversion. One last throw here for Luck. And this is
Thank you. Woo!
So no miracles here on the final
Woo,
play.
shit.
And this ball game is over. So a very interesting final chapter to this proverbial book here in this one, because they were in field goal range, could have won it with a field goal, elect to go for the touchdown. I still don't know what they were doing.
As great as this game was and as dramatic an ending as we had, the post-game press conference is going to be key, because they're going to be asking Coach, why not a field goal attempt there? You got an opportunity to win it right there with your guy, and instead you run another play.
Yeah, we might need to stop by that press conference on our way out the back door here.
Yeah, just slow down the plane for us, all right? We got to get an answer before we go.
So for the Raiders, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for the Colts, things are kind of getting ugly as they drop to 1-7 now on the year. And they'll take this loss into the bye as they'll be back in action in Week 10.